Possibly. It's actually, you know how in the Lake District you have the Wainwrights, and
Yes.
in Scotland you have the Munros.
Yes.
Well, it's recently been announced that all of the peaks in the Peak District are going to be called the Ethels.
Oh, okay.
It's named after a lady called Ethel Haythornthwaite, who was a pioneer of the countryside back in the 1800s and was behind the formation of the Peak District National Park.
Oh, right. The Kinder Trespass.
Kinder's in there, etc., etc.
Yeah.
So my buddy, Doug, he actually came up with the idea of naming all of the peaks the Ethels. It's been adopted by the National Park and etc. It was on the TV last week, actually, on the BBC. And he's written this app, which has got a list of a map of where they all are.
There's far more than I thought.
Oh, no, yeah. So there's quite a lot of them, and you can go onto the map and see a picture of them and get a description of them, etc. And then there's a list, and you can tick them all off as you go through. And then there's a link through to the CPRE, the Campaign to Protect Rural England, who are involved or have been involved with the app, and so on. And it's a terrific little app. So that's my as a walker, that's my recommendation.
It is downloading as we speak.
There you
go. Good stuff. I can't remember if I've talked about Mayor of Easttown yet on the show.
Great programme. No spoilers, Mark. I'm not up to date.
So the final episode aired today as we're talking. So because it was Bank Holiday Monday, we recorded the 3 a.m. airing of it that sort of airs at the same time as it airs in America, rather than wait until tomorrow night to watch the normal 9 o'clock airing of it, because we had the morning to do that rather than going to work. So I do know the ending, but yeah, it's a really well played out show. I mean, so many of the characters' stories are really, you feel like, are quite rich and detailed, but it's only 7 episodes. And there's a good couple of twists and turns even in the final episode. I mean, after episode 6, I was left a little bit uneasy about the outcome that we'd reached. The story centers around a murder in a small town in Massachusetts that's already been kind of under a cloud of some girls going missing. So that's the background.
It's Pennsylvania, by the way.
Oh, is it?
Chester County, Pennsylvania.
Oh, I thought it was Massachusetts. Anyway, same difference. That area.
Chester County. I've been to a lot of the places that are mentioned in the show because I used to go and work around there quite a lot.
Right.
So
yeah.
I've eaten in Kent Square and places like that. It's a nice spot.
So, of course it's Pennsylvania because they're all Eagles fans, aren't they?
Yeah.
So the show centers around this story of this of a young girl who gets murdered, and then kind of there's a lot of other things about the town, that the relationships in the town. I mean, everyone seems to know each other far too well, but it rolls through. The characters feel well developed and well acted, and then like I said, the final episode comes to a few twists even as you go through the episode, which is it was really a good watch. I would recommend it.
It is. I would
on it already.
Thoroughly support your recommendation. I think Kate Winslet is brilliant in it.
Yeah,
Her
in a role I've
character
never
is
seen her
terrific.
play before.
No, she's not sort of a glamour puss. She's a sort of proper grandma mom cop, and has got a really interesting, quite grumpy sort of character. There's quite a bit of humour in it in the show as well. I love her mum, the grandma. She's a belting character as well. She reminds me a bit of Joan Rivers. She's very funny.
Yeah,
Great.
and a lot of the humour does come from those relationships. Whilst there's so much drama around it and stuff, it was just a good show. So I recommend that. That's about it. We have Premier League promotion boy Tim on the show next week, so he'll just about have recovered from the shock of watching his side win promotion to the Premier League at Wembley on Saturday, and then watching the Coventry Bears comeback win against the Rochdale Hornets on Sunday. I think he'll have had the week to recover, and he'll have his head round goings on next week. So we've got Tim next week. We'll be talking through all the Challenge Cup stuff, so make sure you get all your fan views in on that. And do you want to remind everyone where they can find the show out there on the socials and stuff?
I will. You can find the show on at Super League Pod on Twitter and Instagram.
I put a post on Instagram today.
Yeah. Facebook.com/Super League Pod. superleaguepod@gmail.com, superleaguepod.com. Search for the show on Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Podcast Addict, my favourite, Stitcher, Spotify, Overcast, or anywhere you normally find your podcasts, and we're on YouTube too. Shout out to our friends, Rob's Toy Shop. Enter SLP discount on checkout at Rob's Toy Shop and eBay and get 5% cash back on orders over £5, and give 1% cash back to the SLP. Also, Little Warden, vital alerts for hidden issues. Head to littlewarden.com to see what they can do for you. And Sarah's Bookcase. Sarah sells Usborne books, and with access to over 3,000 titles from baby to young adults, there's something for everyone. Find out more on Facebook.
Yep, great stuff. Thanks to all our friends, and thanks to everyone for listening to another episode of your favourite rugby league podcast, the Super League Pod. Until next time, ta-ra!
Ta-ra!